And welcome to the Classic Car and Bike Show held at Timer Villa right here in the Plumstead area in Cape Town. And it's been a hype of activity. This is day two of the event. With me, one of the organizers, Colin. Good morning and welcome.
Morning. Thank you very much.
It's my absolute pleasure. What an amazing event. We were here yesterday. There were so many people coming in. The doors have just opened for day two as well. What was day one like for you guys?
Hectic. We had an enormous amount of people through here. We had, I think, just under 2,300 people, which is probably one of the biggest days the show has ever had. And the guys were queuing here sort of an hour before we were open. They were already here waiting to come in. Brilliant. So we did our best to get those in that we could. And we had people queuing all the way till when we closed. And as usual, a lot of the guys were standing here wanting to see the cars drive out, hearing them rev up, hearing them do their thing.
Brilliant. It was such a lovely environment for the entire family to come through as well. What can families expect when they come through an event like this?
So there's obviously everything for the adults that are interested in their cars. There's all of that, but we also have a big food court with all sorts of refreshments. There's a lot for the kids to do as well. There's like little stationary engines, there's little steam trains. The Winelands Light Railway is here, which is always a crowd pleaser. Yeah. And if you chat nicely to the guys, quite often they'll let your child sit in the car and you can take a picture with them.
Lovely. I saw an array of vehicles that came through, and there's a representation of various car clubs. What are those car clubs?
So yesterday's car clubs are Saturday. Some of them are Cars for Us. There's Fords for Sport. There's a Ford Mark 1 and 2 club. We got the Solo Brothers, all about Datsun, the custom cruisers. Yeah. Then there's Bug Jam, which are all the VW Beetles, Combis and Carman Gears. And then there's also all of the private displays. That's for a Saturday. And then on today's show, which is Sunday, the second day, we have all of your really old car clubs. So it's like the Crank Handle Club, the MG Club, Triumph Sports Car Club, the Early Ford Car Club, as well as Citroen, Renault, Lancia. Probably forgetting a couple of them now, but all of these guys are here too.
Brilliant. We chatted to a few people as well, and a lot offer quite a few services, car detailing. You could also pick up car parts that you struggle to find sometime as well. Is that happening on day two as well?
Absolutely. As usual, we have a big auto jumble field with about 30 or 40 vendors on it, and they have anything you could imagine just about. So everybody who's got like car parts that have been sitting in their garage, maybe they finished their restoration, they bring their car parts here, and then you can then come and browse their wares and see what it is. And often it's like, you know, I've had so many calls from guys saying, oh, do we know anybody with Volvo spares or Alpha spares or MG spares? We say to them, come to the auto jumble, have a look around. Yeah, you'll probably find something. There's also like a lot of guys with, they've restored a car, they bought a workshop manual for it. Right. They don't need the workshop manual anymore. So come through here, they're guys that have hundreds of manuals for sale. So if you've got your Morris Minor 1000 or your Volvo, whatever it may be, or your Alpha, the manual will be here. You can browse, check it out. And like we always say, you'll probably run into guys either at the stands or maybe in the guy shopping next to you who knows what he's talking about, and you might become mates and he might help you with your car.
What can we expect for day two? Like I said, the crowds are starting to come in nicely as well. I suppose it's a family day. Everyone would like to browse. There's so much to have a look at.
Yeah, absolutely. Today, I mean, we've got more food vendors here. There's going to be live music for several hours. There's lots of toys for the kids to look at and dinky toys and die-cast sort of things. So I know a lot of the dads are buying and starting their collections for their kids now at the young age. So this is the time to bring them. And yeah, just lots and lots of really different cars. I mean, today we have a 1901 Benz here. It is the oldest car in the country, as well as lots of pre-World War One and pre-World War II cars, which you're not going to see anywhere else. This is one of the few shows that have such a big representation of that era of motor car.
It's amazing. I suspect the dinky cars are not just for the younger ones as well. I think dads build up a collection for themselves as well.
Absolutely. There's a huge following for it. The guys here really put on a great one. I think we have in the miniatures hall, we've got 4 vendors in there. So it's a whole room just full of these small toys. And then there's a couple of guys scattered about the fields as well. So come through. If you've been looking for that one little model car that you haven't been able to find, you may very well get it over here.
Awesome. Colin, thanks so much for allowing us to be here and visit these amazing automobiles, families that have come through, that invested hours and months and years into this as well. Congratulations on pulling off such an amazing event, and may all your future projects go from strength to strength.
Thank you very much. I'm glad you guys came through.
My absolute pleasure. Thank you.
Cheers.
And that's Colin, one of the organizers, chatting to us on day 2 of the Classic Car and Bike Show. We're going to chat to a few more individuals a bit later and find out about how they got started into the car club industry as well. For Hilaal TV, I'm Lukman Shadrack.